It's Sauced, the show that's all about good taste. Your culinary cocktail with a musical twist. So belly up to the bar and chow down with your hosts, the Saucy Sisters.
And Sauced is brought to you by Cool Springs Wines and Spirits, the largest wine and spirits store in Tennessee with the lowest prices around. It's time to get sauced.
Well, the door's open, the table's set. Please join us for this salad bowl Sunday lunch. You're here with the Saucy Sisters. Our show is Sauced, and I'm Beverly.
And I'm Barbara.
And yes, we are siblings, still best friends, dining partners, and, well, we're holding up the bar, Barbara, as barstool companions. And we want to thank you for making us the top-rated Sunday show right here on WLAC.
And as Beverly just alluded to, this is our salad bowl show. I guess that's because we've been eating a lot of salads recently.
Well, and the Super Bowl's coming up, so, you got to do a lot of bowl stuff here.
And we're going to be, in a couple minutes, we're going to be talking to Chef Ricky Pigg from Stony River, Legendary Steaks in Cool Springs, about his tips for making a great salad. And then we're going to talk about some individual ingredients like oil and vinegar.
Vinegar, one of our favorite topics, one of our favorite foods. It's called a food, isn't it?
Well, it's a food, it's an ingredient. But, when I was doing some research, and you know how I do so much research, but I found out that it's really good for a whole bunch of other things that have nothing to do with food. Like it can kill the grass on sidewalks and driveways. You may not think that's a problem, but it's a problem.
What does it do to your stomach then? I love vinegar. Well, I found something for you, Barbara. You have dogs. You can get rid of odor on a smelly dog.
Oh, yes. Beverly was over at my house yesterday.
They were kind of stinky. But you can bathe them this time. You could just put a little vinegar in a couple gallons of water and wipe them down in vinegar, and it's also going to give them a shiny coat. They might smell like a salad, but they won't smell like a dog.
And I won't tell them what you were saying about them.
Oh, I love Daisy and Rocky, stinky or not. But I do love vinegar, and it has all kinds of uses. And I years ago, I found a use for it at Barbara's house. She was going to have this party, and I found vinegar was particularly important because it deodorized her entire home.
Oh, I don't know. Are you going to tell this story? It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, but I also had to do with the embarrassment, so we can tell on ourselves. Well, Barbara was trying, she was going to have this dinner party, and she was making, I don't know what got into her, but she wanted to make her own chicken livers. Her chicken liver pate.
Okay. I had made it before, and it was in the days where I insisted on making absolutely everything. Nothing was I going to buy already made. So I
should have bought it.
I should have bought it. I got this chicken liver. Of course, it was must have been the biggest chicken ever because it was a big liver. And so I started sauteing it, and there was something that was not right beside the size. It just was not smelling right. But I thought, what the heck? I made the whole thing. I cooked it. I, did all the stuff to it. But when it was all said and done,
those were not chicken livers, Barbara.
No. I guess it was a beef liver, something that was marked wrong. But anyway, I should have known. But of course, I went ahead anyway.
You were so determined.
And the house just reeked. It was horrible.
It was
so
bad.
I decided I was just going to throw it out.
I said, don't throw it out. I said, just put it down the garbage disposal. Heck, that way it won't smell.
Oh, great idea. So, of course, 2 minutes later, we find out that it is backing everything up in the sink in the kitchen, in the sink that's connected to it out in the bar. And we had to call a plumber. So now, right now we're about 2 hours away from party time. Well,
stuff is backing up into every sink in the entire house.
Well, the plumber comes, he gets it fixed, but now it's like 20 minutes until people arrive for the party.
And Barbara is having a fit, and Paul, her husband, and I are saying, it's going to be okay, it's okay. And she's looking at us like, you blanking Pollyannas. So she goes to get cleaned up. She is just really not happy. And I come to the rescue because I've got the old vinegar trick. I take some clean towels and soak them in vinegar, and then I'm going around the house waving these towels.
She's waving them like she's a bullfighter.
But all I can say is it got rid of that beef liver smell in that house.
It did the trick. Thank you so much for bringing it up.
Well, I was part the cause of that problem, and I had to be the hero. It was a great party. But anyway, we are going to be talking lots of vinegar today because we have Tracy Gibson of the Vinegar Institute joining us. She's going to be telling us what kinds of vinegars are the best with different types of salads. And, of course, no salad dressing is complete without the olive oil. We have Jeffrey Shaw of Foods from Spain joining us. He's going to tell us how to choose the right olive oil because an olive oil for a salad dressing is a little different than the olive oil that you cook with. And then, of course, Steve Pratty from Cool Springs Wines and Spirits is going to be here, and he's going to be telling us some secrets of pairing the right wine with salad because that's not always that easy. But anyway, he's going to be giving us some great suggestions for wines. And then, of course, we have Garcia's Wacky Food Quiz, where Barbara and I will be testing our food and beverage knowledge as we attempt to outsmart each other. And right now, Barbara, if I remember, we're tied. So watch out, sister.